I'm Todd Grisham, and there's nothing quite like a CompuBox Academy crowd, and they are vocal here tonight. Next to me is Johnny Nelson.
Looking forward to this one, Todd.
And now it's time for the tale of the tape. This is Canelo Alvarez. He's 172 centimeters tall with a reach of 179. And he'll be taking on the legend himself, Saul Canelo Alvarez. He's 172 centimeters tall with a reach of 179.
Talk about hot seats in the house. I am so...
This is Canelo Alvarez, a four-division multi-time world champion, quite simply one of the greatest of all time. Saul Canelo.
This bout is scheduled for 8 rounds of boxing. In the red corner, from Guadalajara, Jalisco, Mexico, here is Mexico's first ever undisputed world champion and renowned star of boxing. Here is a 4-division world champion and an undisputed super middleweight champion of the world.
What a pleasure to be in this unique environment. Every seat has been taken for tonight's match.
This is one of those arenas where you have...
We're hoping for an all-action slugfest. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Someone's will cave, but which fighter will it be? Not too many seats to be had in this arena as the hype continues to build for this showdown.
It's so hot, it's so heated, there's a roof on here, you don't understand. When you're working, when the noise is there, the pressure's on, you're thirsty, you're sweating, and you're getting you're on the wrong side of a beating. This can be hellfire on earth.
Failing to score with that right hook. Nobody home with that hook.
Okay, let's reset. Switch stance.
Both men step back for just a moment. This counterpuncher is going to wait for you to move first, and then will strike like a snake. Keep an eye on this guy.
Counterpuncher is my favorite kind of fighter. A good counterpuncher, they're the people that make the history of our sport.
For those who thought this would be a mismatch, you are sorely wrong.
Very close match. It shows the skill, the discipline, the respect both fighters have for each other, because no one dares do anything out of turn.
They both want a knockout, you can tell. Swing and a miss with that left hook.
It's not working. It's not working. Switch southpaw.
Just missed with that hook. Just missed with that jab. That counter punch caught him clean. Big swing and a miss with the sweep. A big heavy blow, and Saul is down.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Can you continue?
Total domination with 10 seconds to go.
Look at me. Look at me.
So it's plan B time after being knocked down in that round.
You've been put down, you've got to think right, survive, and then give it back the next round.
Don't let him get that confidence. He's gonna...
Mate, he's shattered. Come on. Look across at him. Look at him now.
He takes a big deep breath, bang one downstairs. Just jab him downstairs.
It's so important now that in the first minute of this next round, you get on top of it.
Don't let him back into the fight. It's now important now that in the first minute of the next round, you get on top of him. Keep him busy with a jab, work behind the jab, and then get your shots in.
Don't let him get back into the fight. Don't let him get that confidence. He's going to be...
Just keep on top of him and don't let him back into the fight. Don't let
Taking away that air, every time you see him get a big deep breath, bang him down
the body. Every time he takes a big deep breath, bang one downstairs. Just
don't let him get back into this fight. It's so
Time winding down.
last leg.
They ring the bell, and here we go. He got knocked down in the last round. Let's see what he can do here.
What a knockdown. 1 minute, you need 1 hour to get over a shot like that. Now it's down to conditioning. Now it's down to mental strength and preparation. It's how you are going to deal with this.
This counter fighter believes in the anything you can do, I can do better. They'll let you throw a punch first, and they'll answer. Canelo Alvarez. Can't believe they managed to beat the count, but that could be the last hurrah.
The corner need to think nice and sharp. They know their fight. They know what their fight is capable of doing and what their fight can and cannot take. This is going to be a tough decision to make.
Caution being thrown to the wind. And just as quickly as the action slows down, it heats back up. Looks like he's leading halfway through this round. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here.
Perfect game plan. The thing is, can anybody figure out what to do to change it? It's a perfect start.
So it's onward and upward after a knockout win here.
Oh, what a shot. What a shot. You see shots like that in the gym. At least for once, this is a...
We are live at the CompuBox Academy. The time is now as we get set for what should be an incredible matchup. I'm Todd Grisham. Next to me, of course, is Johnny Nelson.
You tried to give me the slip, didn't you, my friend? There was no way I was going to miss.
So here is Saul Canelo Alvarez, the Mexican legend, the middleweight, the super middleweight, the light heavyweight who fights out of Guadalajara. Saul.
This bout.
So much hype surrounding this big match. We're hoping for an all-action slugfest. Hit him with a left jab. Someone's will cave, but which fighter will it be? Not too many seats to be had in this arena as the hype continues to build for this showdown.
It's so hot, it's so heated, there's a roof on here, you don't understand. When you're working, when the noise is there, the pressure's on, you're thirsty, you're sweating, and you're getting you're on the wrong side of a beat.
Canelo Alvarez just got rocked in a big way. The pound-for-pound king, Canelo, is down.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Come to me.
So he's back up, but is he just delaying the inevitable?
Todd, he's up. I'll be surprised if he makes it back to the corner. And if he does, will he get back up on the stool again? That was a shot.
Relax, forget about it now, forget about it. Reset, forget him knocked out. Back together.
We're at the halfway point, and there's no doubt who's won this round so far. Which one of these athletes is going to be the... Oh!
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Give me your glove.
So this was an unexpected turn of events. What happens next?
That is a show of character. When you're put down, your eagle's hurt, your chin's hurt, your body's hurting, and you've got to get up, suck it up, and think, right, I'm back in the game again. It's so hard for a fighter.
Nope, that hook won't score. Nice hook.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Are you okay?
Total domination with 10 seconds to go.
There's always a way back. Don't ever round anybody off.
Just keep on top of him and don't let him back into the fight. Don't let him get that confidence. He's going to be stressing about his gas tank. Now keep whacking him to the body.
Look at him. He's absolutely knackered, mate. He's knackered.
Just have him downstairs. Stop him from getting that big, deep breath in.
His confidence is going to be stretching out his gas tank now. Keep whacking him to the body.
In the first minute of the next round, you get on top of him. Keep him busy with a jab. Work behind the jab. And then get your shots in. Don't let him get back into the fight. Come on. You got this. Don't let him...
To this fight is so important now that in the first minute of this next round...
Don't let him get that confidence. He's going to be stressing about his gas tank.
And then let your shots go. Don't let him get back in.
And there's the bell to start the round. They ring the bell, and here we go. They ring the bell, and here we go. When you're fighting a counterpuncher, the feint can be such a good weapon. Pretend you're going to punch, make the counterpuncher throw a punch, and then you counter them.
They have got great ring IQ. Counter punches are the best.
He caught him there with a left hook.
Look at me. Look at me.
Missing with the left hook. Sometimes when you're fighting a counter fighter, the rounds can get a little boring. You get trigger shy because you know if you throw a punch, one is coming right back at you.
Todd, I understand what you're saying, but you've got to be on this. You've got to be on it. You've got to be a pro. You've got to think, right, concentrate.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here.
There you go.
Beautiful counter punch. Big hook. Good thing it didn't land.
One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7,
It's a good start to the round for this guy. Well, they're back up on their feet, but I'm not sure why.
Gotta look at his corner, look for the instructions. They're telling him to calm down, make the most of the count, get up, breathe, and move. Get behind the referee, save yourself a bit of time. You just need to make your way back to the corner, somehow get to the end of the round. Oh, he can smell blood, look at that. He's put in round ones, he knows what shot works and where to land it. Then try and do it again.
Canelo Alvarez. So time to go celebrate after a knockout win here.
Accuracy.
Feeling like I got a brand new contract. Armed and dangerous, I'm ready for comeback. Soon as I catch him on sight, it's contact. I get the job done proper, there's no comebacks. That's not fair, people hoping on the balance. But even you got that magical, you haven't. And we were born and blessed with all this talent. Soon as we're given a task, it's so apparent I'm fully prepared, fully activated and ready. Focused on the target, grab my weapon, hold it steady, your name. You know the name rains heavy. Got the beast in me screaming out, let me out the cage. I ain't gotta do it with rage. The days are numbered, see my steps are calculated. On time, not a second hour late. Witnessing the mastery that we display like a hitman. Yeah. See, I go in and get the job done. Yeah, I'm moving like a hitman. See, I go in and get the job done. They don't want none. I got that experience like I've been doing this for centuries.
Welcome to the CompuBox Academy. I'm Todd Grisham. Alongside me, English fighting legend Johnny Nelson.
Todd, always a pleasure to work with you. Always a pleasure.
Time for our tale of the tape. And here he is, Terrence Crawford, 5'7" tall, tipping the scales at 140 pounds, bang on, with a reach of 47 inches. And standing across from him, one of the greatest to ever do it, the boxing legend, Saul Canelo Alvarez. He's 172 centimeters tall. Terrence Saul Canelo Alvarez, a 4-division multi-time world champion, quite simply one of the greatest of all time.
As soon as the bell goes, don't blink. That fight could be over.
This bout is scheduled for...
And this one has all of those big fight feels. And there's the bell to start the round. Gonna shake out the arms and legs and move around a little bit. Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. So much pre-hype surrounding this fight, the fans are on the edge of their seats.
It's so hot, it's so heated, there's a roof on here, you don't understand. When you're working, when the noise is there, the pressure's on, you're thirsty, you're sweating, and you're on the wrong side of a beating. This can be hellfire on here.
Okay, let's reset. Switch stance.
Neither one of these fighters want to see the judges' scorecards. Both men step back for just a moment. This counterpuncher is going to wait for you to move first, and then will strike like a snake. Keep an eye on this guy.
Counterpuncher's my favorite kind of fighter. A good counterpuncher, they're the people that make the history of our sport.
He threw the hook, didn't land. This fight a little bit closer than I think a lot of people thought.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just...
Pound for pound king, Canelo is down.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Listen to me. Are you okay?
So they're back on their feet, but let's see how much they have left in the tank.
Hard, he's up. I'll be surprised if he makes it back to the corner. And if he does, will he get back up from the stool again? That was a shame.
You'd like to see more jabs. Lucky that hook didn't score. Needs to put some combination work together. One punch is good, 2 punches better. Just hits with that hook. Not the best of rounds with 10 seconds to go. We've never seen Canelo in this sort of trouble. Let's talk about Alvarez in that last round. You gotta wonder how big of a factor that... They ring the bell, and here we go. His eyes look pretty clear here, Johnny. What do you think he's going to do after being knocked down in the last round?
Todd, listen to me. If I knock somebody down like that round, you know this round coming out? He's getting everything, full barrel, because I know his legs are gone. So this is what's going to happen. If he doesn't, I'll be very, very surprised.
When you're fighting a counterpuncher, the feint can be such a good weapon. Pretend you're going to punch, make the counterpuncher throw a punch, and then you counter them.
Reaction is second to none. It's the blink of an eye, and they're waiting for any little twitch you do. So you get to fight a counterpuncher smart.
By the way, the connect percentages have to be off the charts. Which one of these athletes is going to be the first to go down?
Be smart. You've got to be smart. Get through the round.
When are we going to see a jab from these two? Can they figure out the combination to this safe? And that hook scores.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. What do you think of this fight so far, Johnny?
You've got to be courageous when you get in there with someone that's bigger, stronger, and faster. You've just got to use brain then.
Nice hook. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Terrence Crawford just got rocked. It somehow weathered the storm. Oh my word, Canelo just got clipped. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. Well, there was no doubt about who won that round. We're hoping for an all-action slugfest. After a really strong round, let's see if they can finish the job.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Well, with welterweights, they sometimes bring you the best of both worlds. Fast hands and power.
Don't get trigger happy, because all of a sudden you're going to be gassing yourself out trying to get that shot, and that's when they catch you.
Caution is being thrown to the wind. Crawford's legs are all over the place. And it appears the onslaught is over, at least for now.
Got caught sleeping on the job. What do? You step back, steady yourself, recompose yourself, then boom, back into it. But do not make those mistakes. This is the wrong place to fall asleep.
You can tell who's stronger and who's faster. Back and forth they go, neither fighter willing to back down. One punch could change anything when these two step in the ring.
A very close match. It shows the skill, the discipline, the respect both fighters have for each other, because no one dare do anything out of turn.
Well, Johnny, we're in the early stages here. What have you seen so far?
I've never seen a fighter so fast in my life. How do you deal with this? You've got to hope they run out of steam.
Got out of the way of that right hook. The straight right just misses. The straight right just misses. Beautiful counter shot. One punch could change. Oh.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Give me your glove.
Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. That'll be a 10-8 round for sure with the knockdown.
Can make or break a fighter.
And there's the bell to start the round. Let's see how he bounces back here after getting dropped in the last round.
That knockdown we just saw was a heavy knockdown. I'd be very, very surprised if he'll come out fresh as a daisy. That's not going to happen. He's got to hustle now. He's got to bluff them.
The old adage is, no matter how much speed you've got, timing beats speed.
Some fighters are just gifted with such hand speed, footwork, movement. They are gifted. They are the chosen few.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. When are we going to see a jab from these two? As we enter the final frames of this bout, Johnny, what have we seen so far?
They know the second they touch you, it's done. They're that powerful.
For those who thought this would be a mismatch, you are sorely wrong. Needs to put some combination work together. One punch is good, two punches better.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Tried to score with that hook, but missed. There's no way this fighter can go punch for punch. Their resistance to these blows just isn't the same.
Because you've got a good chin doesn't mean you've got leather skin. It means you can still get caught. So you've got to go for those pointed areas over the eyebrow, the cheekbone. You just got to try and cut them, skim and go for speed.
Miss with that hook. You'd like to see more jabs. These two fighters are made for one another. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. Pretty dominant round there. Let's see how they respond here in the next round. We're hoping for an all-action slugfest. That last round was huge for him, Johnny. How does he keep the momentum going?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything worked. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
This fighter's sort of the death by 1,000 paper cuts approach. He'll hit you 1,000 times before you can land one.
When you have a fight that's got that great footwork and that great hand speed, it's so hard. It's an uphill battle.
We've got to stay focused.
Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. Both men step back for just a moment. In the build-up to this fight, Johnny, this power puncher told us, listen, I don't care if it's round 1 or round 12, I've got enough power and confidence to end this in one shot.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Are you all right?
Halfway through the round, and I think he knows he's got a lot of work to do. Well, they're back on their feet right now, Johnny. Do they go toe for toe, or do they play defense here?
The corner need to think nice and sharp. They know their fight. They know what their fight is capable of doing and what their fight can and cannot take. This is going to be a tough decision to make. Some fighters, when this happens, this can be heartbreaking. Some fighters, it makes them angry. They want to get back into the mix again. I want to know, what sort of character are we looking at here?
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. You can tell he's stronger, but he's not faster. Big swing and a miss with the hook. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. They're happy this round's coming to an end. 10 seconds left. Let's talk about Alvarez in that last round. What a huge momentum swing that's going to be. They ring the bell, and here we go. He couldn't finish him off in the last round. Let's see what this has in store for us.
What a heavy knockdown. How are they going to come back from that? They staggered back to the corner. They've got to freshen them up, alert them again, get them back on point again. This round, they've got to coast around. Don't get involved. Give yourself another 3 minutes to get your head clear.
This fighter's certainly not going to out-throw their opponent by any means, but they will, when they hit, be a lot harder.
It's the one who draws first blood, Todd. That's what you've got to look at. If you can hit and you know you're in there with a banger, you've got to be on it, but you've got to be confident.
Oh, and now they're just rubbing it in. Oh, a little rope-a-dope here. We hear that old phrase, second wind. You've got to find it somehow.
What can they change? Can they slow the pace down? Can they hope to knock them out early? What can they do? They've got to concentrate and relax. Because you know what you can do in the gym, you can do it in a fight. They've got to relax.
Both of these fighters have had their moments. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
When are we going to see a jab from these two? You'd like to see more jabs. It's always fascinating to watch two good welterweights because they've got blurry hand speed and good power.
Todd, you know what? Sometimes when I've got in the ring with fighters like that and you punch them, you just want to run. You want that spaceship to come and lift you out of there because you think, what the hell am I going to do now?
Both men step back for just a moment. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. You know this, Crawford in trouble.
One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7. You still want to fight?
Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. Boy, this next round is going to be crucial considering the knockdown we just witnessed. We're hoping for an all-action slugfest. Got to get the momentum shift coming their way. What can they do here?
What a knockdown. 1 minute. You need 1 hour to get over a shot like that. Now it's down to conditioning. Now it's down to mental strength and preparation. It's how you are going to deal with this.
So he's going to drop his arms down here. Not sure that's the wisest decision. Well, just a couple rounds left, Johnny. What's your assessment so far?
Now you've got two fighters that are absolutely shattered. What gets you through? Willpower. Calm, because if you panic, you get desperate. If you get desperate, you make mistakes. If you make mistakes, you get knocked out.
Incredible work rate. I don't think it's going to be a boxing match. This is going to be a fight. Good counter punch. And he scores with the counter. Well, Johnny, I know it's still early on, but have you been surprised by anything you've seen?
Todd, look back in history. Sugar Ray Leonard against Roberto Duran. The first fight, Sugar Ray Leonard tried to fight, stand there toe-to-toe with him. The second fight, he thought, this guy's aggressive. He's nasty. He'll do everything to get the win. I've got to box him. I've got to frustrate him. I've got to humiliate him and show him how good a boxer I am. That's the only way you beat an aggressive fighter. Show him your boxing skills. Step out of the way. Don't fight fire with fire. Use brain over brawn.
Both fighters landing in these exchanges. Judge is going to have a tough job.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
His stamina is off the charts. Got to let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now.
Look at me.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. That left hook misses. Needs to put some combination work together. One punch is good. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. Talk about a one-sided 3 minutes. We just saw it.
Dominance, without a doubt, made it look so easy.
It's now important now.
Mate, he's shattered. Come on, look across at him. Look at him now.
Work behind the jab and then get your shots in. Don't
let him get back into the fight. Don't let him get that confidence. He's going to be stressing out.
just keep on top of him and don't let...
And there's the bell to start the round. This fight has been very one-sided. What are we going to have in this round?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
You've heard the phrase, finding a second wind. I don't think I need to tell you which one of these fighters needs to find it.
Midway through the fight, if you are tired, this can be the loneliest...
8. Can you continue?
This fighter continues to show how much heart he's got, but the corner may have to intervene here.
Gotta look at his corner, look for the instructions. They're telling him to calm down, make the most of the count, get up, breathe, and move. Get behind the referee, save yourself a bit of time. You just need to make your way back to the corner, somehow get to the end of the round.
Needs to put some combination work together. One punch is good, two punches better. He's got the advantage halfway through the round. Both men step back for just a moment.
No doubt at all. You can see who's winning. You can see who's got it in hand. You can see who's comfortable. Or is it a bit of a mousetrap?
You don't see a lot of welterweights that can bring you one-punch KO power, but these two can.
I've seen some aggressive fighters. They can terrorize the life out of you before they've even thrown a shot. The strength they have, the speed they have, and that knockout punch, they want to punch through you. They don't want to punch you. They want to punch straight through you. So you've got to be careful.
Well, if their intention is to anger the opponent, I think it's going to work. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Well, we knew this was going to happen. Some taunting. So we enter the final 10 seconds here in a pretty dominant display. Well, these scorecards were all over the place, but in the end, I think the right athlete won.
They could have...